Weeks, I've done a weekly video log talking about coronavirus, and I've gotten in the routine of doing these videos, and it was a little weird this past week not doing that. On one hand, it was a relief because there's be days I'm like, oh shit, I didn't do anything about the video. But I also got in the habit of doing it. I'm nothing if not a creature of habit. And one of the things that I enjoy doing anyways, I enjoyed doing as part of the video, was a section where I talked about music, what new bands I've discovered, going back to old school bands, doing a weekly quarantine vinyl where I'd spin some vinyl. So I thought maybe I'd just start putting this stuff down on video, because there's been a few bands just this past week that I've discovered that I wanted to talk about, and I'm like, we'll see if I publish it or not. Maybe I'll turn this into a regular thing, but I'm just kind of putting my thoughts to video right now. There's a label called Nice Swan Records that came on my radar really because of my love for Sprints, the Irish band that I've been listening to lately. And they've got a compilation album coming out with a bunch of their artists that are on the label, including guys that have gotten a lot of play on WQX, my local indie radio station, Sports Team, and Courting. And just this past week, Nice Swan was pushing one of their other label roster, English Teacher. It just came out with a song called R&B. And I was like, these guys are good. It's a quartet out of Leeds, UK, headed by a female artist by the name of Lily Fontaine, who did a little reading on it. And she grew up about less than an hour north of Manchester, actually just west of Leeds. And these guys all met at university in Leeds. And they've got 4 singles out beginning really late February last year, so right at the start of the pandemic. And I really like their sound. I'll give you some samples of some of the stuff. So they're definitely a band to watch. She's also involved, Lily Fontaine, that is, also involved with a group called Eads, which I guess is just a collaboration between a bunch of singer-songwriters in Leeds, and the members kind of rotate through. I haven't listened to them yet, but I will. But keep an eye on English Teacher, and I like their sound. I don't know when they've got an EP or an album coming out, but I definitely will be looking to snag that. Another Australian artist came across my radar via David Ruby Howe's weekly podcast, Triple J on Earth. Juice Webster out of Melbourne. She's just got a beautiful voice, just very chill. She's got a song called Stupid Girl, and she's got an EP that came out in 2019 and has continued to release music since. But just a great sound. Very just kind of a haunting sound. And definitely looking forward to seeing what else comes out from her. But take a listen to that.
Pretending I know what to do if I see it. Practice pretending I understand what not to say.
And then on that same podcast, another Aussie band out of Adelaide called Coldwave. That's one word, not two, if you're going to search for it. And they've kind of got a post-punk sound. And one of the acts they compare them to is one of my favorites, Irish band Fontaine's CC. But they also compare them to like Shame or the other Irishman, the Murder Capital. And they got a song called Plagiarize that's out, as well as one called Watch It. But take a listen to these guys. Good sound. Really like these guys. We'll have to keep an eye on them as well. Just so much good shit coming out of both Ireland. Really, three areas that I'm seeing the music I like, which is really kind of your post punk and then kind of indie stuff like Juice Webster. But it's out of Australia, out of Ireland, and out of the UK. And I don't know why those scenes are all kind of very similar and intertwined. Anyways, that's all the music I'm going to talk about this time. Hopefully, you enjoyed hearing from English teacher Juice Webster and Coldwave. We'll see if I do this again. Let me know your thoughts, provide feedback, comments, whatever, and stay safe and be well. You can listen to this music on Spotify by clicking the link in the description.